My name is Smash Bracket, part of the duo Bracket, popularly known as Yuri Yuri. I actually didn't do much alone because we traveled together. So we were there for at least 4 to 5 months when he was sick, and unfortunately we passed through a lot that period, but I thank God today that at least God gave us the strength and God gave us the platform that we were able to raise the money from. Unfortunately, 80% of that platform was our neighboring countries. Like I remember that period, I think for almost 2 years, we haven't done a show in Nigeria then. Our concerts in Nigeria was mostly in the East. Majority of our concerts was in French countries, Burkina Faso, Cote d'Ivoire. So I thank God for giving us that platform, because if we didn't have that platform, we could have been saying that one of the brackets is no longer here today, but I thank God that he's still here today with the platform that he gave us. The understanding and the humble beginning, the background, we grew up in an academic environment, and while we were growing up, there is this notion about this parental care. You must have to do this, you must have to do this, we have to, he was a mass server. I'm an Anglican, he's a Catholic, so we do our church chorus differently, and the house call is a must. You have to pass a particular exam. So we had this humble beginning. So that thing taught us a lot. We had to understand our individual differences. None of us is perfect. We quarrel a lot, but we still understand our mistakes. And at some point you say, hey, guy, I did sorry for this thing, or I'm sorry for this. And it goes a long way. COVID was a very serious issue. I remember I traveled with my wife in February 28th this year, and my return was meant to be April 16th. Unfortunately, there was a lockdown in America. I couldn't come back. And while I was there, my colleague is here in Lagos. We planned on recording our album in April, getting it ready by July, and we should have an Europe tour in September. So everything was cancelled. We couldn't do anything. So I started reflecting to a lot of things that we used to do, and thank God that we manage the little we have. We try as much as possible to manage that little, because when you mismanage it, times like that will take you unawares and you can't be able to do anything. It's unfortunate that it affected a lot of big artists, the few months of COVID, because of lifestyle. So if it teaches me anything, it teaches me to understand that you have to save for rainy days. There are some things you need to curtail. You have to at least suffer your skin for you to be able to survive when they say it's going to rain for 4 months. Nobody's coming out. It happened, it took a lot of artists unawares because of probably lifestyle. And when your lifestyle is expensive and you are addicted to it, it's really going to affect you. Because a lot of artists, I can say many artists hasn't gone to shows up till this moment. Thinking about it is almost a whole year. It should be a lesson to everybody to know at least you don't have to look at anybody's face, no matter where you are. Whatever you feel you can afford, do it. Don't do it because people see you in a certain level. So I think it taught everybody a lot. I guess the people that made a mistake and the people that didn't make mistake, it will teach you more too. The worst this year that happened to me personally is watching people die of the sickness that they didn't know about, and watching a lot of elderly people die. Would I say it's not their time to die? Well, yeah, because most of them could have been alive if it wasn't for COVID. So COVID came, a lot of elderly people died, most especially the Western country. So I think that's the worst that happened. And I think the best thing that happened was us being alive today too. And the best thing that happened is there's a way God does his thing. If COVID actually hit Africa the way it was hitting the West, we couldn't have been here today. And some of the most biggest and famous people in the Western world were predicting body bags in the street in Africa. And unfortunately, it didn't happen. I would say fortunately for us, but unfortunately for them for saying it. If you go to the street today, the street people will tell you, nobody gets COVID for here. You don't ever hear say person get COVID-19 for your streets. Nobody. And we thank God, because God gave Africa what they can take. At least the bad leadership is too much to even carry. So this one, God say, go reach you now. So I think that's the best thing that happened to me. It all depends on the individuals, and be it tribe or no tribe, it depends on the individual, the person, because we've seen a lot of politicians. For example, I don't want to name names, but there was a famous politician that was the leader of the Labour Congress. A lot of people used to look up to him. We loved him. We love his speech. We love the way he commands the crowd. We love that he speaks for us. But when he got the power, it was like a remote control. He just turned his back on us. So it depends on the individual. If you're not an individual that is moved with whatever promise or whatever wealth they are going to give you, and you're coming there to serve your people, then we can make a change. And secondly, social media era is actually helping a lot. People are beginning to learn so many things. I think the biggest problem we'll have, even if the youth is going to go in, the biggest problem Nigeria still have today is tribe. An Igbo man will sit down today and start saying that a Yoruba man is like this. If you do a business with a Yoruba man, he will treat you this way. A Yoruba man will say if you do a business with an Igbo man, he will treat you this way. A Hausa man will say different things. Who taught us that way? That's the question. Why do we have to describe people by their tribe? If we start describing people by being a Nigerian, you can say some Igbo men like money, some doesn't. Just know that people are not the same. That's it. Stop describing people by their tribe. If we keep doing it, there's no way Nigeria will be better. I don't care if an Hausa man wants to rule for 30 years. As long as you're a good leader, I'm good. I don't care where you're from. As long as we are Nigerians, let it be Nigerian. Stop describing people from their tribe. The tribe thing is really affecting us so much. Once the tribe issue is solved, a lot of things will be better in Nigeria. I don't even think that the government have a policy that is protecting the industry, actually, because it's more like in the entertainment industry, we are alone. Let me take it back to when we released our album. It used to be Alaba marketers. The marketer will give you money. Whatever the marketer gives you, you take, and you start praying for shows to come. Now things changed, and these were innovative Nigerians that came with a better idea and said, okay, you guys should be putting your music on streaming platform, on YouTube, all other places for you to make money. So when those things started working in Nigeria, Alaba marketers, their era just faded off. And there is no law in Nigeria that curtails piracy. It's more like piracy will even give you a time to produce your normal copy, then they will start pirating your music. And there are so many online platforms that still pirates artist music till date, even the movies. So a lot of the people in the industry are struggling. That's why, like, till this day, this recent period, people are praying for their music to be bigger in the Western country than in Africa. Because here in Nigeria, more especially, I'll give you an example. If I have 1 million views in YouTube from Nigerians, and I have 200,000 views from Europe, I will make more money than the person that has 1 million views from Nigeria, because it's more or less nothing. Our people don't buy music on iTunes like that. Our people don't really stream music. So even if you check people that are streaming music, it's like less than 5%. So if the government have policies that are guiding this, then all you need to do to be good is just one hit album. Like, people like us shouldn't be here struggling anymore, saying that we are shooting a video, producing something. No, we should have like a lot of artists on our platform that we are pushing. But when you're trying to manage yourself, how do you even manage other people? I think at this point, they should look into the entertainment industry and see some rules and regulations, some laws that they will make that will help the artists positively. It's just like what the Kenyan government did by giving the artist a huge percentage when it has to do with callback tune. We haven't seen that yet in Nigeria. We haven't seen anything yet in Nigeria. My name is Bracket. This is my 2020 lesson.